Welcome back, children. Now we'll continue with politics of social divisions. So the combination of politics and social divisions is very dangerous and explosive. Democracy involves competition among various political parties. If they start competing in terms of some existing social divisions, it can make some social divisions into political divisions and lead to a conflict, violence, or even disintegration of the country. What can be the range of outcomes of politics of social divisions? If we see in the Northern Ireland, ethno-political conflict in Northern Ireland, the difference between the two major sectors, that is, one is Protestants and one is Catholic. So Protestants are 53% and Catholics 44%, Roman Catholics took the form of politics. The Catholics were represented by nationalist parties who demanded that Northern Ireland be unified with the Republic of Ireland. And the Protestants were represented by Unionists who wanted to be with UK, who were Protestants. What are the results of this? Results are the conflicts arose between Protestants and Catholics. The Protestants were represented by unions. So later on it took a drastic form which ended by taking the lives of hundreds of people. So this conflict was solved in 1998. One more example, the disintegration of Yugoslavia. So in Yugoslavia, the political competition along religious ending ethnic lines led to the disintegration of Yugoslavia into 6 independent countries. And at the same time, every expression of social division in politics does not lead to such disasters, but it affects voting in most countries, especially in India. So for this, we should see the 3 determinants. What are those 3 determinants? The 3 factors are crucial in deciding the outcome of the politics of social divisions. First one is outcome depends on how people perceive their identities. So if people see their identities in singular and exclusive terms, it becomes very difficult to solve. But if they see their identities in as a part of a large society, it helps them to stay together. For example, in India, we can take India as example, where all different religious groups with different cultures stay together. And second is it depends on how political leaders raise the demands of any community. So it is easier to accommodate demands that are within the constitutional framework and are not at the cost of another community. Here we can take the example of Sinhala was the cost of interest and identity of Tamil community in Sri Lanka led to the civil war. So this is majoritarianism was shown in Sri Lanka, and Sri Lanka uh, they did not allow the Tamil community or the native Tamils to lead the country or to govern the country, because majority are the Sinhalas, and also this led to the civil war in Sri Lanka. And third identity is, it depends on how the government reacts to demands of different groups. So, if the rulers are willing to share power and accommodate the reasonable demands of minority community, so social division becomes less threatening for the country. It all depends upon the political leaders, how they accommodate the people, the minority community, and social divisions become less threatening for the country. For this, we can take example of Belgium. Belgium, where it shows the accommodation of powers with other Dutch and the French-speaking people. Sorry. So, but to accommodate them, Belgium amended the constitution for 4 times. They gave equal representation to both the Dutch and the French speaking people in the center as well as in the capital city. So the social differences exist in all the countries. Um, Actually, social differences, they are based on many like race, culture, religion, language, etc. Belgium also has this difference on the basis of language, and in the same way, Sri Lanka also has these differences on the basis of religion and also culture. So, no, social divisions and politics are related with each other. Are they related? No, social division and politics are not related with each other, because all social differences do not lead to divisions, social divisions. Social divisions of some or the other kind of exist in every society in the world and are reflected in politics. So in democracy, political parties talk of these divisions to make um, different promises to different communities, and look after due representation of various communities and make politics to redress the grievances of disadvantaged. So a person have different roles or multiple identities. A person can have different roles or multiple identities because people of different religion, even the people of same family, can have different economic status. One can be rich, one can be poor, or democracy could be strengthened with social differences. So democracy allows social groups to express their views and grievances and get the government to attend to these problems. So the struggle against such inequality often leads to take the path of violence and disobey the state authority. However, history shows that democracy is the best way to fight for recognition and also to accommodate diversity. Thank you, children. With this, we come to the end of the